Yeah,
Now it started.
now it started.
Okay, hello everybody. Hello from the Aurora Labs team. To everyone who is watching this video or is here on this call. Today, the topic of our discussion and the topic of this video is onboarding the NEAR developers and NEAR founders, everybody who are working inside of the NEAR ecosystem, into a new NEP that is going to be deployed onto NEAR mainnet. And this NEP is around connection of Ethereum wallets to NEAR applications. And today we're going to share with you what steps you need to take in order to enable this connection of Ethereum wallets to NEAR. There are not a lot of these steps. And you are going to see the demo and how this thing is actually working right now already on the NEAR's mainnet. The official launch, however, of this thing is going to be a little bit later. And the person who is going to present all of this to you is going to be Dimitar. He is working within Aurora Labs at the position of technical product manager. So Dimitar, giving the stage to you, and I hope that everybody are going to enjoy what we have been developing for the past approximately 9 months.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much, and welcome all. Welcome all people on the recording as well. As Alex said, this is all about having Ethereum wallets on NEAR. And I'll begin. Well, by the way, do interrupt me if you have some pressing questions. We'll have a Q&A at the end, but please interrupt me if you have something that is super relevant to what I'm showing right now. Let's start with, a big what if, or let's imagine what could the future be for Ethereum. And of course, it's focusing on people that are owning Ethereum, or NEAR, people that are owning Ethereum wallets. And we want them to feel like NEAR is another EVM compatible network. But of course, we want to achieve this without confusing them and without making it super obscure and super strange, signing some hashes and some messages. So we want to have a layer for them to verify what's happening. And this has been the focus of Aurora's work in the past, as Alex said, the past 9 months. Happy to share that this is what's actually coming live pretty soon. Some of it is already live on NEAR, but what's coming out live with this feature, we will indeed dive a little more in what has been achieved and what is UX and the UX achieved and some implementation details on how we are doing this. I will go over a short, hopefully successful demo, fingers crossed. Of course, it's a demo of how users can join basically using their native Ethereum wallets. I'll share more details on the future, how we're planning to roll this out, and your place in this in the future, your place in building the future for NEAR. And we'll have time to discuss some aspects of this thing after all. Right, let's get a little more of the flavor of the UX and what we want to have users experience with Ethereum wallets on NEAR. Imagine that they connect to a NEAR app, and what they actually see is a way for them to kind of connect the Brave, MetaMask, Safe, Frame, Ethereum, whatever wallet connect, Ethereum native wallet. And once they connect it, they're prompted to add NEAR as if it was an EM network to their wallet, like again, super native Ethereum wallet. They are seeing their Ethereum wallet as if it's a NEAR account, like the 0x account, and they see this inside the NEAR application, and they can sign transactions with their native Ethereum wallet inside the NEAR application as if it's a NEAR wallet. Right? This sounds super cool, right? I mean, super good. Well, that's exactly what we're achieving with Ethereum wallets. And that's exactly, these screenshots are from apps that we have been building recently. And these are the things that I'm going to demo to you in a couple of minutes. But before we get there, let me just introduce a little more on how this is achieved, like just show you how this has been achieved so that we can remove from our minds whether this is change overall or whether this is some super big overhaul. It is not. The idea is, just to remind you, the idea was to not rewrite the NEAR protocol, but just to have something built on top of it so that we can enable Ethereum wallets behaving as if it's their native wallets. The first component is something that is affecting most builders anyway, and it's going to be their gateway to this feature. Is the wallet selector, and there is a new version of it already released, 8.9.13, that is enabling a lot of the features that I showed on the previous screens, and a lot of the things that you're going to see in the demo as well. So yeah, first step for sure is having in mind this component is crucial for this entire feature set, and that's on the apps level, right? But below that, Aurora has developed and has been operating a layer of APIs that are receiving some of the requests from the wallet selector, and the goal for this API layer is to translate them or to change them, both read and write operations, into native NEAR RPC calls. That the NEAR RPC is the pure NEAR RPC without any add-ons to it, and it is unaware that it's communicating or interacting with a Ethereum wallet. It is receiving RPC calls. However, they are targeting this special wallet contract that is on chain, and it's actually part of the NEAR protocol already. That was part of the changes that we introduced with NEP 518. That is actually very crucial and very central for the entire Ethereum wallets feature, entire Ethereum wallets workstream. And it is acting as an entry point, and it's acting as the on-chain account for the user. Its goal is, of course, to call any dApp contract, and for the dApp contract to be, receiving normal Ethereum calls without having to be rewritten. But yeah, as you can see on the screen right now, we have introduced a mode change or an add-on on each layer, on the apps layer, on the API layer, and on chain. Of course, on the on-chain part did not require changing of the consensus or any rewrite of the protocol. There's a question, I think.
No,
or no,
it's just
someone joined. Yeah, someone joined.
yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, now I think we are ready for some demo. Let me just stop the presentation now. Okay, let's start with the setup. I've done this with several accounts already, so I can see it's working. But let's start with a fresh wallet that has never participated in this thing, doesn't exist on here. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So this is a wallet on Ethereum. It has some USDC in it. It has some gas tokens in it. Let's just double check that there's no account associated with it. But yeah, as you can see, this is super fresh. NEAR knows nothing about this wallet. There's no account for it. It's a user that's operating on Ethereum. Let's have the user connect to the Rainbow Bridge and bridge some tokens. Let's go. I mean, this is not the Rainbow Bridge that is on production right now. I know that Mario had a question about this already. But yeah, we will have the Rainbow Bridge deployed on production soon. I'll mention this more in the rollout steps that are after this demo. So let's connect this user wallet. Which one is it? Yeah, here. Let's connect quickly. This first step is super normal, but let's just make the second step, which is already showing you this new functionality. As you can see, I purposefully removed the NEAR network from my MetaMask so I can add it right now, and it's MetaMask thinks it's just another EVM. But yeah, I connected my wallets. The same wallet basically is now connected both on Ethereum and on NEAR side, and I can simply just initiate a transfer of my 10 USDC from Ethereum to the NEAR chain. Proof of course. And since bridging might take some time, I can just show you how we initiate it. We'll go on with the slides until the end, and then we'll come back and see how the bridging succeeded, what happened there, what we have on NEAR chain related to this new account that is created there. It's going to be a little surprise, but we have something there happening. And then I'll show you how this user, which bear in mind, did not transfer any NEAR, will be able to use his USDC, their USDC, to actually get some NEAR on the chain. Right, so let me just finish the bridging operation.
For everybody, the reason why there are two transactions that Dimitar is signing at the moment is because of the specifics how ERC20s are working. There is one transaction which is the approval transaction to spend 10 USDC from Dimitar's account, and then another one is the interaction with the Rainbow Bridge smart contract, right? So this is a very typical behavior for Ethereum.
Exactly. Sorry, you're right, Alex, to explain this part. Ethereum doesn't have a complex account management structure. You're approving the contract for the bridge to actually spend your 10 USDC on your behalf. Basically, get it from your wallet. Right. So this bridge is now on the way. Last 20 minutes. I hope we'll get it faster. But let's get back to the slides. And yeah, just some information before that. The account is not yet created, right? I mean, we're bridging to a new account, so there's going to be something that happens on NEAR chain related to this account after the bridging operation is done. Right. Any questions so far? Or rather not. We'll probably get to the end. A little more on how we see the future for this functionality rolled out. And since we see it's going to impact a lot the NEAR ecosystem, we are more structured in the way we wanted to see the white world. We are right now in this stabilization phase, right? Many of the things are live, as you can see. We are working with mainnet already. But for this to be super successful, we want many dApps, many builders to actually adopt it as well, because of course it's the dApps that are the target or the receiver of these users on NEAR. And this is, what I called here the onboarding projects phase. And we are here now so that you guys can understand how you can make use of this functionality. And you will have some time before we fully make this announced and make, fully public and ready to facing the users, which we so far see in the beginning of October. Really, the steps that you need to implement aren't that big. It's just updating that library and making some tweaks on the UA. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you here. It is basically having the latest wallet selector in your apps. First of all, we do advise to have a look at how the UI changes, because now we're no longer displaying NEAR accounts. We're displaying this long 22 symbol long Ethereum addresses. Now that's a question, right?
Yeah. So this is Edward from Meteor Wallet. That's very great presentation. Thanks, Dimitar. You guys doing great stuff. I'm keen to learn a bit more about the wallet contract that you presented to us just now. Like from the technical perspective, like how does it really work when users try to sign a transaction? Is it using wallet contract's name, or is it like a real account ID that's created? And if it's created, for example, who actually called the create account transaction at first, and how's the storage, account storage, or things like that being handled? Thank you.
So the user does have an implicit account created for their Ethereum wallet address, right? So they are using their wallet seed phrase and signing mechanism to invoke the NEAR chain. I think most of these details are already in the NEP, if I'm not mistaken.
I can help answering this.
Yeah.
So basically, there is no explicit account creation operation on the NEAR network. The account is created automatically by the NEAR core itself when it sees, let's say, the tokens transferred to it, or as soon as it sees the transaction being signed by the private key. So there's no an explicit, like a normal account creation operation, as you normally see on the NEAR network. It's all automatic behind the scene.
Yeah, and the deployment of this contract is not as the normal deployment of a smart contract from the NEAR developer perspective. This is free operation. and this contract is fixed, right? So there is no way how to change it and stuff like that. It's the combination of two pieces. 0x accounts are becoming implicit accounts, so there is no money that you need to spend to create this account. This is the first one. And second thing, it is a free operation of deploying a smart contract onto this account. This works only with 0x accounts and things like that. Inside of the wallet contract, what you have is are the functions to decode the Ethereum transaction. It has a very specific encoding mechanism. It is called RLP encoding. So there is a decoding process. There is a verification of Ethereum signature that is happening on the level of this wallet contract. And once everything is checked, then there is a specific NEAR action, a call to another NEAR contract that is invoked.
Thanks a lot for the explanation, Alexey and Dimitar. So you mentioned just now these accounts are created when through wallet contract when they detect sort of like a transaction and they decode the argument. So do these accounts work like normal NEAR account, and can we sort of like perform deploy contract on these accounts, or they are more like a special type of account that doesn't work like ordinary NEAR accounts? Thank you.
These are special types of accounts. You cannot deploy contract into this account. They are meant to be kind of user accounts, and there is a fixed code that is attached to these accounts. If you're following the development of additional NEPs in NEAR protocol, there is this new NEP that is called shared contract code, which allows you to deploy so-called global contracts and then have instances of these contracts into some particular addresses. This is a very similar thing. This NEP kind of resulted out from the thinking about the Web3 wallets.
Got it. Yeah, I'm aware of the global contract NEP, and thanks a lot for the explanation. Thanks. Cheers.
Pretty awesome question. Thank you. Right. So yeah, I was at around the second step, which is just the UI. And finally, please provide us with some feedback. We identified that NEAR Dev channel in Telegram is a good place for this. You can tag me, Dimitar, there. You can tag Slava there as well. I'll have our handles here a little later in the presentation. But yeah, the NEAR Dev place or NEAR Dev Telegram channel is the best place to get support and to reach out and give us feedback. As for a small thing that I didn't mention purposefully before this, and is quite important as well, we are encouraging users and incentivizing users to onboard, and we have two ways to do this. One is in Rainbow Bridge. We are adding some more, some more NEAR dust to a bridging operation, so that the user can, without having NEAR on NEAR network, swap USDC to NEAR, for example, or do some basic operations that are meant for them to easily onboard in the NEAR ecosystem without having to first seed with some dust. And second part is we are going to be subsidizing some part of the transaction gap, subsidizing transactions with a little gas, and that's going to be using meta transactions. That's not going to be, or our goal is not to allow exploitation, so some capping will be there. But again, the idea is to keep users happy and keep it much easier for them to onboard.
Important thing to understand is that for all of the wallets that are currently working in the NEAR ecosystem, the first the first incentive for the Rainbow Bridge is going to work for everybody, right? So once the users are going to bridge a little bit, well, some liquidity from Ethereum into NEAR, all of these users are going to get a little bit of NEAR. The way how we're calculating it, we're just calculating what is the amount of gas that they have spent on Ethereum blockchain, and then we're compensating for some portion of it. Yes, Mario.
Yeah, I have a question about the NEAR for the gas. when you bridge from Aurora, you won't get any near, I assume.
Correct.
So if you like bridge USDC, okay. Yeah, okay. Thanks. And do you know when this will be live? I mean the gas from Ethereum.
We are waiting for the for the approval from NEAR Foundation on when to put it live. The technology is developed right now. The question is how to schedule the public announcement about the feature, the big launch, and all of that stuff. So it's not only the Rainbow Bridge update that needs to happen, but rather lots of other PR activities stacked around it.
Okay.
So it's like it's going like the target date is the beginning of October at the moment.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I've already been integrating the EVM wallets into Shitsu app and meme.cooking, and yeah, it works very good. I'm just trying to figure out what would be the best onboarding process for the users, and gas is something very critical. So what I have been suggesting is that people should use Stargate Finance to bridge to Aurora and then swap to rep NEAR and then send rep NEAR to NEAR via Rainbow Bridge. Because it will automatically unwrap the rep NEAR, and then you have NEAR for the gas. Yeah, the only thing that is not yet working is the Rainbow Bridge UI, which does not yet allow the EVM addresses.
Yeah.
So my other question would be when the UI change would be live to at least make it possible to send to EVM.
It's the same answer to this. It's all centered around this announcement and going live, right? Yeah, okay. Harshit.
Hey guys, so I need to run, but real quick, thank you first of all everyone for joining the call. I have also created a Telegram group with most of the founders on NEAR. I know I've missed many founders, but Mario, can you send me a DM on Telegram? I'll add you to that group. What we would like for all the teams on NEAR to do is, before this is announced, all the teams to at least enable the wallet. Those teams were on the mainnet. Teams who are on testnet do not need to enable for now. But what we would love from the ecosystem is collaborating with us on the announcement. So ideally, 1 week before the announcement, our team will share some resources with you, like some marketing collateral from the NEAR Foundation, like an Ethereum logo or whatever, that you can tease from your social media handles, and then at the actual announcement, retweet and quote tweet the announcement of the Ethereum wallets on NEAR with your official team handles. So that is all I wanted to say. If I've missed anyone, please reach out to me on Telegram. I'll add them to the group. And if you need anything, Alex and team are happy to support.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thanks. I will write you a DM. Just like one question about the launch of meme.cooking, because technically EVM wallet is already live on Shitsu app and meme.cooking is on testnet. Should we disable it for now? And like enable it once the final announcement is live?
Probably it's better to do it like that, so you're not going to confuse your users.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. And that's actually final. You can find Slava, our deferrals Telegram handle here, mine as well. And of course, the place to go to is NEAR Dev. The documentation in the wallet selector around Ethereum wallets is, I think, Mario, you can confirm or not, is good enough to integrate it, right? We are, of course, building more, but to start with, that's a good starting place. We are planning on having a blog post at docsnear.org. And yeah, of course, if you have any questions, telegram us, and we'll try to help you as best as we can. Now, before of course, we already discussed this, but big announcement beginning of October. Let's just collaborate here and then and focus on having this live then, not before that. And let's work together to announce it, and let's work together to make it happen.
Important thing to mention here is that welcome.near.org is going to be an onboarding portal for all of the Ethereum users. And on top, inside of this portal, they will be able to do some things that they would naturally not be able to do from MetaMask and other Ethereum wallets. For example, stake NEAR into some of the validators and stuff like that, or transfer to NEAR native addresses, because MetaMask is not going to allow you to transfer to root.near. It's just not going to understand. So all of this functionality for this additional things are going to be available at this portal, welcome.near.org. And we're planning to continue development of this portal. So in case you have any ideas of what should be put there, then please just coordinate with us. We will try to figure out how we can do this.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, and maybe Dimitar, maybe we already have the bridging
see.
transaction done.
Okay. Let's just double check if it needs more time or not. All right, it's done actually. So as you can see, this address now, which is my Ethereum wallet address, has some things in NEAR blocks right now, and it actually has some tokens, or should have some tokens with it. Let's just check what we have on the portfolio app. I can log in with my MetaMask here in this. Alex just mentioned the onboarding app.
Yeah, exactly. This is what you're seeing is the welcome.near.org.
Yeah.
Once it is going to get released.
And there is this confirm transaction thing that popped up, which is going to instantiate my account properly. It's part of the wallet selector. So this is something that you will get when you integrate with the wallet selector. Let's just have this transaction finished, and we can see my portfolio. We can add my token to MetaMask and do the swapping that we discussed a little earlier. All right, so we have 10 USDC here available. Let's add it to the wallet. You can see it in the balances here as well. Let's go to the swapping widget here. Yeah, we can just swap the entire USDC for NEAR. Yes, we're getting wrap NEAR. We'll have to unwrap it, but it's part of the onboarding flow for users. That's, again, my wallet didn't have any interaction with NEAR so far, and it should be able to have a lot of NEAR actually available to interact with the ecosystem. Yeah, it's going to happen, I'm sure. Any questions in the meantime, or anything that we want to know more about?
Yeah, just one thing, but I think you know about this already. There is a bug in the RPC where it does not attach enough gas for the RLP execute receipt. But I already posted this in the NEAR dev group. So if you have a very large payload for your smart contract, then it will fail.
I did forward it, and we are discussing this in team, how we can approach this topic. Yeah. You're right that big payloads are something that we have taken care of. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we can wait for this for a little while, I think. But the idea here is that we can use this onboarding app to actually swap our 10 USDC for NEAR. I don't know what's taking it so long right now. Yeah, probably enter debug mode, but not necessary. Any other questions? Thanks, Elliot. Yeah, excited as well. Well,
let's try to retry again, because it seems like it hasn't been confirmed in the wallet.
So cancel and retry, right? Right, Igor?
Just reload the page and try once again. I believe it should work.
Let's try it. Okay. Swap.
They actually had this storage deposit, so now it's
A previous transaction is okay. I maybe not have clicked the button. Let's see. Yeah, risks of live demos.
try to clean nonce within MetaMask.
Try that. Where was that? How did I do this? Your settings, nonce, right? Let's try. Yeah, I think we can have a look at this after the call. See what's taking it so long right now.
I can confirm that it's working. Also, some interesting things to mention maybe is that EVM wallets cannot sign multiple transactions at once. So this is why you have these multiple transactions where you need to sign them all at once.
After
just
the
a
other,
single
one
transaction.
after the other, yeah.
And it's
One at
this is
a
also
time.
the same thing for batch transactions, where you have multiple actions in a single transaction. Is also, not working with EVM wallets.
I'm wondering, can you just try to turn off the Brave shield? Maybe that causing like the delay of response, because it's even like the transaction did work because we are not asked to sign the storage deposit.
Let's try this way as well. Yeah.
You don't have a VPN running?
No, not right now. Well, I don't think that we can be debugging this that easily here. Yeah, it's normally working. I promise. I did it just before the call.
Can you at the bottom reject two transaction? Maybe they're just
reject all. Yeah. Let's go.
they are not rejected.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. Yeah, guys. As Mario said, it's usually working. Now the demo's got me, and it's for some reasons not. If you have any questions, please join us in Telegram, and yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Bye.